Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're going to do another recap on the indices. Today is Thursday, March 14th. And going into market today, we had decent news. Pretty good news. We had PPI and retail sales, unemployment claims, all at 8:30, right? So pretty decent AM session. Expecting either a Thursday reversal, because we have been pushing higher this entire week, or the majority of the week. Or a continuation higher into the previous week's high. So right now, seeing what we see, it did retrace back down into this daily BISI right here. At the time, I was so stuck in the lower time frames, like the hourly and all that, I didn't realize the daily BISI. So that was a problem on my end, and I will continue to get better at that. But going into market today, I did not realize that we had this daily BISI right here. So we had this, we retraced back down into, and we also had this 4-hour order block right here that we targeted. So right here we have different levels, right? So we have the 50% level of this rejection block. If you don't know what a rejection block is, it is pretty much like it can be, when I usually use rejection blocks, I use huge wicks on like really high time frames, so either dailies or the daily candles or the 4-hour candles. So right here we have, if you have one large wick like this, right, this isn't a rejection block. If it's near other higher candles, but this is the higher wick right here, really in this case lower the lower wick, then you do it from the body to the lower wick out of the three right here, out of the swing. So this was it right here, and then the 50% right here, and the prior day low is right here as well. So we had a support level right here, a daily BISI support level, and a order block support level, and it just absolutely demolished all four of these support levels. So tomorrow my bias is pretty strong for a continuation higher into this prior week's high. Usually you either have a Thursday reversal, and if you don't, you have a TGIF, which is thank God it's Friday, and that's just a reversal on Friday pretty much into the 20 or 30% range of the weeklies of the weekly range pretty much. So going into the hourly, before market opened, I realized that we had SMT, and again, I was just being dumb. I completely ignored that. So this just tells that there's gonna be manipulation in the markets. So right here we have this SMT as well on Nasdaq, SMT on Dow Jones. Nasdaq was the weakest one, failed to swing it. But yeah, we have this low resistance liquidity right here, LR. We have all of these highs that got taken out before the drop, right? And what makes this a LR is the failure swings, right? So we're engineering liquidity by failing to swing this high right here. Okay, dropping, failing to swing this high right here, right? So we're engineering liquidity right here. Takes all three levels out right here and drops for the rest of the day. So that's how it dropped pretty much. Right here we have this hourly. Just mark that out. We have these hourly inverse fair value gaps. Order flow went from bullish, respecting bullish PD arrays, all the way to bearish now. So hourly BISI right here is supposed to be closed over it, disrespected it, retraced back down into it, as well as this hourly one as well. So closed over this one, both of them at the same time, and retraced back into both of them for a huge move down of 40 points on ES. We'll go over the trade I took, which again, I didn't know that there was going to be a daily fair value gap there, so I still thought we were bullish. Pretty dumb of me, but yeah, a little 2.5 hour trade. Had a really bad stop loss, number one. Doesn't matter because I would have gotten stopped out, but had a pretty bad stop loss, number one. Should have hopped on the micro contract and largened my stop loss for a better risk to reward. But I pretty much entered off of this. Let me get rid of this. No. There's BPR right here, 5-minute BPR. as well as this inverse fair value gap right here. Where did I enter off of? Close. Okay, so it was invalidated right here. So broke over it, and then I entered 50%. So right here I entered in. Right, so I just chopped around and I just got stopped out. Also entered off this this order block as well. So pretty bullish trade, but it didn't end very well. These past 2 days haven't been very good with trading. I'm currently in a losing streak, so it's not the greatest. I took some mental trades last week during CPI and all that. Took a couple wins, but still going like the actual trades, I have lost, I think maybe 5 trades in a row. Let me pull it up real quick. Sorry it's taking so long. Layout table. So yeah, I've lost the past 4 trades, all the way from last week. So I've lost all 4 of these trades. So I'm kind of in that rut right now. I need to get myself out of it. I'm not blaming it on the markets being bad, because you don't blame, that's what you just don't do that. You don't blame your problems on things like that, especially the market. But I mean, we're just trying to get better every single day, learning from our losses. I mean, all these losses so far, these past 4 days that have been taken consecutively, I've learned from every single loss. I've had a big takeaway from it. And today's big takeaway was that to focus on the high time frames. Don't get caught up so much in the small time frames like the hourly and all that. And always check the daily. And that there is a possibility of a Thursday reversal. Right, so I always thought that there was going to be just a TGIF. I didn't really think about there being a Thursday reversal. I knew about the quarterly theory, but I stopped doing the quarterly theory a while ago, especially on the lower time frame, so I kind of just forgot about that. And now I know, so every day we're becoming better traders, better people, so that's the main objective here. So, yeah, little rant. So go on the 4 hour right here on the NASDAQ. Again, we have the SMT right here. And we have this 4 hour BISI, right, or SIBI. And I was expecting for price to inverse over it because, again, my bias was bullish. I was just completely ignoring this SMT, which is a stupid idea, but it's all right. So we didn't inverse over it. We actually respected it perfectly. Came to a halt before the consequent encroachment of the SIBI on the 4 hour and just dropped from there. So, we swept this lower here. And we are still expecting a push higher tomorrow, right? So, hopefully over the night session, we can probably consolidate. AM open, New York AM open, AM session opens, and we could possibly go up and close over this for a continuation higher. And tomorrow we should see a pretty solid move. We have pretty decent news, so we should see a decent move to the prior week's highs. And then Dow Jones. What am I doing? Tapped in this order block right here at the end of the day. So right here, going into the Dow Jones, I was expecting, I did a equilibrium. I did the gain box from this low to this high right here, and I was expecting for price to come down into it, tap into these discount PD arrays right here, and for a continuation higher. Didn't work again, like I said. But yeah, we had a 1 hour inverse for value gap right here, and we also had this 1 hour small BISI right here that I was expecting for price to come down into and continue higher. But at the end of the day, we targeted the prior day lows. This is the prior day low right here, and we targeted this 4-hour order block, and also we retapped back down into this huge volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance. So hopefully tomorrow we can possibly, might be stretching a little bit, but we might have a big move tomorrow, especially if we're bullish. Possibly a close over this to help confirm the bullish bias for the other indices. That's just a stretch. We got a DXY right here. I mean, it finally got away from just consolidating. It's been consolidating for the past, few days, just really bad price action. And today it really just delivered. And I failed to realize on this as well, which is a part of my bullish bias, is the reason why I was wrong in the indices, was that we had this this daily SIBI right here that price might have retraced into, right? So how ICT, or what ICT says, is that when we're in a BISI, or when we're in a fair value gap, right, and there's one right above it, you can enter off of the first one, but expect it to hit the second one. And I thought, oh, we're in the first fair value gap right here, we're just going to dump from here, not thinking or not even seeing that there is a daily SIBI up here as well. So always expect it for it to, always be prepared for it to also hit this one, the fair value gap above or below it. So that's exactly what it did. Targeted this, so DXY went up, the indices went down. Perfect correlation today. So tapped into it perfectly. Tomorrow we will most likely see a drop down into this low. This prior day, wait, no, it's not a prior day low. This is prior week's low, and possibly get into this original consolidation for this huge daily market maker sell model. If not, then we're going to possibly finish that next week. We'll finish off this original consolidation right here. So if you found this video today insightful and helpful, subscribe and like. I appreciate y'all being here today, and y'all have a good day. Peace.